JDub is back at it here to give everyone another Game of Thrones Season 5 episode review video. Before I get to that, though, pretty important, if you aren't caught up to the point where I am and rewatching or watching Game of Thrones, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which, of course, I'll say as well as put in the description for you. If that happens to be the case, you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further, just to stay away from any potential spoilers. This will be Game of Thrones Season 5, Episode 5. Title of this episode is called Kill the Boy. This will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. So, Grey Worm actually survives his clash with the Sons of Harpy, but, as expected, Ser Barristan succumbs to his wounds and does die. Brienne and Podrick arrive at an inn close to Winterfell and arrange for a man still loyal to the Starks to deliver a message to Sansa that if she is ever in trouble, she should light a candle in Winterfell's broken tower. Miranda shows Reek to Sansa. At dinner, Ramsay forces Reek to apologize to Sansa for murdering Bran and Rickon, despite being aware that Theon didn't actually kill them. Irritated by Ramsay's petty cruelty, Roose Bolton tells him that he and Walda are expecting a boy, much to Ramsay's chagrin. However, Roose later reassures Ramsay of his position and requests his help in defeating Stannis Baratheon. Now, Jon Snow seeks Maester Aemon's advice, who counsels him to trust his instincts and kill the boy inside him and become the man. Now, Jon frees Tormund and offers to allow the wildlings to settle south of the wall in return for an alliance with the Night's Watch when the White Walkers arrive. Tormund tells Jon that most of the wildlings have flown to the town of Hardhome and that Jon must accompany him to speak with them himself. Now, Jon's plan is unpopular with the rest of the Night's Watch, but Jon persists in this plan. He doesn't back down. Stannis Baratheon questions Samwell about Dragonglass, which can kill a White Walker, which Sam is definitely aware of, and tells him that Dragonstone has a large supplies of dragon glass. Now, the Baratheon army begins its march on Winterfell, and Stannis insists on bringing Selyse and Shireen with. Now, Daenerys orders Hizdahr and other leaders of the great families of Meereen to be brought before her and orders her dragons to burn one of them as an intimidation tactic while imprisoning the others. She later visits Hizdahr in his cell and informs him that not only will she reopen the fighting pits, she will make peace with many people in Meereen by marrying him. Lucky guy. Meanwhile, Missandei visits Grey Worm as he recuperates, and Grey Worm admits his fear of never seeing Missandei again, and then the two kiss. Aww. And Tyrion figures out that Jorah is taking a shortcut through Valyria, and then after being distracted by Drogon flying overhead, they are attacked by stonemen, people turned feral by the disease grayscale that Shireen has. Now, Jorah does save Tyrion, but when they get on shore, he later finds a grayscale liaison on his wrist. So Jorah is starting grayscale, and not good for Jorah. So that's how the episode ends, with him focusing on his wrist, like, oh shit. Good episode. Again, it's not as good as previous seasons of Game of Thrones thus far. I found myself a little bit more into this one, but nothing really happened that big except Jorah having the grayscale thing and, Daenerys executing one of the people of Meereen. So I'm going to give the episode an 8.5 out of 10. And then as far as the character of the episode, I mean, Game of Thrones is kind of like 3 or 4 different characters could be the standout character of the episode. For this one, I'm actually going to give it to Ramsay Bolton, because Ramsay, he had his that thing with Miranda, and then he had the stuff with Reek and Sansa, and then he had the scene with Roose Bolton saying, you're going to be my heir, don't worry. So I'm giving it to Ramsay. That's my thoughts on the episode. So you've heard what I have to say. Now, of course, I want to hear from you. if you're a fan of Game of Thrones, don't forget to smash that like button. If there's anybody out there that you know that would be interested in these reviews, go ahead and share the videos with them. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about your thoughts. What would you score this episode? And whom would be your character of the episode? And might as well put what your favorite moment is, well, if you remember the episode that well. And last, but certainly not least, I've already said this before, I want to grow the channel, so don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.